Hi guys, how are you doing? Good morning. Merry Christmas. We're gonna do an all signs pre-uploaded. We're not doing it live. I have some pre-picked out tarot oracle cards that I picked out for the signs earlier. We're gonna start with Aries. And the cards that we got for you, Aries, is Crescendo with the 10 and Judgment. So first thing I noticed in this card was the Y in the road and a crossroads. So you're coming up to a split in the road, you're coming up to a fork in the road. You're coming up to that point in the road where something is about to, you have to make a choice in something. There's some sort of choice. Hey, go lay down, baby. You're gonna have to make a choice in something soon. There's some sort of choice that you're going to have to make. I feel like you've been practicing, you've been planning, you've been getting ready for quite a while for whatever choice or whatever show, whatever you've been intending for. You've been practicing something. Go ahead, up, baby. Go up on the bed. Go ahead, up. You've been practicing something. You've been getting something ready. You've been preparing yourself for whatever this next thing is, okay? You've been perfecting something, perfecting yourself, perfecting your craft. This is not something that is, right? It's something you've been planning for. Whatever it is. Now it's like time to show the world what you've made, what you've created, and what you're made of, right? It's like, now it's time for me to show you all of the things, all of the ways that I've grown, all the ways that I have, all the time I've spent practicing and studying, or all the times that I've spent going through trials, right? It's like you're getting to that point where it's like, now it's your time to show people what you're made of, what you have been studying for so long for. It's like, now it's time for the test. Are you ready to ace the test? Okay, this could be a driving test. This could be some sort of test and application. This could be having to do with your work. Okay, you could be getting like a complicated job. You could be getting a high-paying job, something that is going to, it's a little bit out of your, it's a little bit harder than what you're used to, but now it's time for you to show everyone what you're made of, what you spent so long practicing for. What was that? I just woke up. Good morning. I don't know what card that was, but it fell on the ground, and now I am not going to be using this deck because I don't really want to do anything that falls, right? We're not doing fallers in this one. This is strictly about you. This is not about relationships. This is about you and reaching your highest timeline, especially with this 10 card coming out. So I'm not feeling super inclined to using that card. Let's use the original Rider-Waite. We do have the 10 of Cups on the bottom, the 10 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck here. So you could be manifesting, you could be, like I said, getting a new job, or you're getting something that's coming in for you that's going to be a lot, not only more difficult, but it's more, you just really are going to have to show what it is that you're made of in this next chapter, in this next phase of your life, okay? There could be something about being receptive and or receiving. Sorry, we're not doing reversals today. Receiving the accolades, receiving the recognition, receiving the abundance, right? You're taking yourself out of this feeling of loss, right? You're no longer searching for the ways to do something. You're really, you've pinpointed the spots and the things that need to improve. I feel like you did that a while ago, Aries, and now you are really, really focusing on showing the world what it is that you have practiced, what it is that you have set your mind to for so long. And you're no longer feeling ashamed, afraid, any sense of vulnerability around this, right? It's like you're finally taking your shirt off, right? It's like you're finally showing the world who you are. Okay, there could have even been something recently you had to kind of go back and fix. There could even be something that you're going back and correcting, going back because you felt there was like a sense of, I wasn't able to do this the way I wanted to. So maybe you're going back to something and you are setting something right. So let's take a look and see what the cards we have coming out for Aries this Christmas. All right, so Aries. Can you give me one card to represent Aries' intentions? Where is Aries' mind currently at? What are they wanting? What are they needing? Like, what is their intentions moving forward? Why do they want this thing? Why are they practicing so hard? Why? Give me the reason why. Okay, so this is the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like you're doing it because of something financially. You're hoping, willing, or expecting to receive. Okay, now this could be a talent that you have, a skill that you have, something that you're ready to receive the accolades for all of the time you've spent practicing, studying, preparing yourself for this thing. Relationships are really off limits for you right now, Aries. Now, there could be something around your career that is, or there could be something around your relationships. Through this test and through you showing off who you are, showing what it is you want, that is blocking your relationships a little bit. It's like you can't focus so much on falling in love right now because you need to focus on give me one more. You know, I'm seeing that there was definitely a lot of pain here in the past. Potentially feelings of rejection, feelings of not being good enough. And then we end it here with this really happy card. Needing to cut out the things that are not necessary, cut off the extra, cut out the fluff. It's really what it's giving me. You need to cut out the fluff. Now, there could be something, some aspect of your life that you are really hoping and wishing to receive something in your life. Or someone in your life, but I kind of get that this is you. You were hoping to receive something that you did not receive. You were hoping to, and because you were unable to receive it, you had to cut out all the extras and just focus on the things that are really actually positive for you. Now, there could have even been another energy here having to cut out or cut off the people that were wanting to just take from you and people that weren't investing into you. And this is where this judgment is really coming out and is really kind of prominent in this reading, is due to the, we're going to read the crescendo card really quickly. Like a melody that grows gradually but surely, so your moves unfold in a harmonious symphony. The invitation is to be patient, to listen to the notes that resonate within you, allowing time to take this course as you overcome obstacles with poise and gracefulness. Deepen your interests, study, become passionate about the arts, and embrace your inner growth. Allow these elements to develop naturally, unhurriedly. So don't rush yourself. Don't rush any situations. Don't rush the time that you have, especially if there's a limited amount of time you have with someone or in a specific space or in a specific energy. Don't rush it. Just allow it to really unfold naturally. Just allow things to kind of happen as they will. Allow yourself time to heal. Allow yourself time to allow your ego time to like rebuild itself. Sometimes rejection or sometimes can hurt. This is like your redemption season. It's time for you to redeem yourself, to show the world what you're made of, to show people what you really can do, what you really can accomplish, to cut out the things that are no longer working for you, and to be proud of yourself at the end of the day for all that you have accomplished and all that you have really done to get you to where you are, right? You didn't do all of this work for nothing, right? There was purpose, there was reason, there was meaning behind every action that you have done. Even if it might have seemed like the wrong action or the wrong choice in the moment, it's inevitably going to put you in the place that is going to be an extremely happy, abundant, joyful, all around positive energy for you. Can we get a card, please, to represent the archetypes or the character that Aries is leaving behind, that Aries is no longer bringing into this future timeline with them? What is Aries getting rid of in regards to themselves? What is Aries getting rid of? Okay, we have stealing money, creative ideas, affection or powers, affection or other powers you think you lack. Okay, so we're leaving that in the past. And what is Aries embodying? What is Aries walking into? What is Aries? What is this future self that Aries is going to be embodying? Right? You can't be like, you can't. We have the dilettante, and it speaks of delighting in the arts without having to be a professional. Alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your approach. And we also have the shadow mystic, which is a delusional rapport with the divine. Okay. And I think that's where we're going to leave that. I hope that you liked this reading, Aries. Merry Christmas. I hope that you have a great rest of your Christmas and that you spend it with the people that you love. I hope to see you guys again on the next All Signs reading that we do. Hit that like button, notification bell, and so you are notified with every single time that I decide to post a reading for you. And I hope to see you again on your next video. Hi, Taurus. How are you doing? I've had quite a few Tauruses coming into my readings. So if you are a new Taurus on the channel, welcome. Hit the like button and subscribe, please. Comment down below. Tell me what zodiac sign you are, where you have Taurus in your chart. So I pre-pulled some oracle cards for you. And we pulled Revelation, which is the 16th card. And we also pulled Diligence. So first of all, Taurus, I think that you are getting some revelations about the quality in which you need to be doing something, right? There needs to be no stones left unturned. You really need to do something all the way through. You need to do something, you need to perfect something. You need to do something correctly. You need to do something with like the utmost right, you can't really be walking into things super foolishly right now. You really need to I kind of want to read, I read Aries' oracle card at the end. I just want to get like a better idea of what the author of this deck meant by revelation. Like, what did they really mean when they made this card? How were they feeling when they made this card? What were they trying to convey when they made this card? Like, what was going through their mind? So we're going to read it at the beginning this time. Revelation. When the esoteric becomes exoteric, the secret becomes accessible to all. It's time to lift the veil you've been casting over your life as protection and let your strategies be revealed. You can finally begin to expose yourself and show your intentions to tickle the fancy of those around you by letting some information leak out. Interesting, Taurus. So I would say that for you, there was something very diligently that you were trying to keep under wraps, something you did not want people to know the way you were doing something. This could have to do with your finances. This could have something to do with information that you got. This could even, it's just something secret that you didn't want people to know how you were doing it, but you were doing something kind of miraculous, okay? So now you're kind of allowing your methods to be seen. You're allowing, there's your major arcana card. We're going to take that. So there's the Hierophant, which is traditions. I'm seeing keys here. There's some sort of keys. You're granting someone access to the way you do something. You're showing someone how diligently they need to be in pursuing these tasks, that you could be passing the baton down to someone, or you are being passed the baton. You could be given like, I really did not want to do fallers. Seven of Pentacles, working hard. Okay, so maybe you're no longer like, I don't feel like you're working super hard for something now. The people in your life, in your relationships could be working hard. Let's take a look and see. The Lovers. Really a lot of major arcana. You could be getting married. You could be asking someone to marry you, or you could be receiving some sort of love offer. There's a choice as well. You could be entering a relationship that's going to be very abundant for you, Taurus. You could be really in this energy of a traditional sort of relationship, right? That's going to like give you the keys to something, something's going to give you keys, or going to give you like a rite of passage into something. There could be something you need to cut out, or something you need to be really diligent in checking the information about this person before you move forward with them. Okay, give me one more card, please. The Page of Swords. Yeah, you really need to look into this person before you make any really concrete, solid decisions in how you're planning to move forward with this person. I do see a really strong connection or a really strong relationship coming to the forefront for you, but you just really need to be sure about who it is that you are deciding to dive so deeply into these feelings of love and of emotion, right? You need to make sure that the person that you're choosing to do business with, or the person that you're choosing to open up to in this way, is going to is mentally going to be sound enough to be receptive and to be almost like share, or also to like okay, something about the environment could be a little bit chaotic, and so you're really needing to be really diligent about how you're choosing to move forward with this environment. All right, I do see you looking, you could kind of be like stripped of something. Something could potentially be being, like you're stripped of something, or you're being stripped of something, of like your, okay, can I get an archetype card for the archetype that Taurus is leaving behind, that Taurus is no longer embodying, moving forward, right? What's being replaced? All right, we have the Hermit card, and it seeks solitude to focus intently on inner life, and it will serve your personal creativity. Okay, so that's what you're leaving behind. I feel like you're really starting to step out into the world. You're being given these keys, this rite of passage. This could be a new job. This could be a new relationship, right? It's like with the Hierophant and the Lovers, Queen of Pentacles in the center. Could be talking about a wife, a mother. We have the Judge, balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of power. This could have to do even with like inheritances. We have God, the shadow God, and that says despotism and cruelty, using power to control people. So if you've been feeling overpowered, if you've been feeling like somebody has been holding power over your head, this could have to do even with a divorce potentially. It's really interesting because we have this Page of Swords. Page of Swords looks into things. The Page of Swords researches things. The Page of Swords is smart, is intellectual. It really grounds the knowledge that we have diligently. The things that you've learned about making money, the things you've learned about relationships, the things that you've learned about bettering yourself, the things that you've learned about becoming the best version of yourself through relationships. Now, as you were learning these things, it could have potentially caused an uphurl or like an upheaval of your intimate and really close relationships. And you're being asked to either sever the ties of these really official relationships, these really traditional relationships that you have been in, especially if it's regarding finances and receiving finances, or receiving the material abundance that you're used to having in your life. And you see how you're being stripped, like these people become naked and there's no longer anything to hide. Everything kind of comes out onto the table. And after everything kind of comes out onto the table and you are able to like it's like you're able to kind of like redress yourself, things are a little bit tense for you right now, Taurus. I hope that message was helpful for you. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe down below, and put a comment. Tell me where you have Taurus in your chart and if this resonated or manifested for you. I am going to move on to the next sign. Thank you so much. Talk to you next time. All right. Hi, guys. We are here. We're going to be doing Gemini now. So Gemini, the card we pulled for you was Romance, which is a 30 card. Okay. And we also have Vulnerable. All right. So there could be a new romantic relationship. There could be something romantic that you're feeling, a sense of romance today, but there's also a sense of newness. There's also a sense of something new. So this could be a new relationship you're in, a new romantic relationship you're trying to pursue. There's some sort of vulnerability here. Okay, there's like a wagon carriage. I'm not so sure. Is that like a carriage or is that like a baby stroller? I'm not really sure here. It kind of looks like that's where like you would connect a horse. Okay, so this could be like a really romantic situation that you're feeling, a really romantic way that you're feeling about someone. It's like you just want to wrap someone up in your arms and you just want to carry them into a horse-drawn carriage into the sunset kind of energy. Okay, that's the feeling that you're having this Christmas morning. Merry Christmas, by the way. Sorry, I shuffled that kind of weird. We're not doing reversals right now. I am seeing here you're going to kind of have to go out on like a whim. You're going to need to be strong in making these decisions. There's some sort of romantic feelings you're having. You're really stepping out of your comfort zone, I feel. There's Jupiter and Gemini. You're really stepping out of your comfort zone when it comes to expressing these romantic feelings that you're having. Now, there could have been a sense of shyness or a sense of uncertainty. I feel like you just don't really care today. You're just like, you're all in something. You're just kind of all in. You're going for it. You trust someone. You are feeling a lot today. You're feeling a lot today. The intentions for Gemini. The Moon. There's definitely some anxiety about expressing how you're feeling in a relationship. This Romance card is kind of throwing me for a little bit of a loop. You could be feeling separated from the person that you are wanting to like express these romantic relationships with. Be really cautious of delusions, of illusions, of... There's a sense of sadness. Let's read what this Romance card says, and then we'll get some more information. The plots of the heart are no longer hidden behind the veils. The love you want to lavish flows out in all its vitality and power. Passion blossoms like a garden in spring and enlivens your existence with all. The promises of eternity it can bring. With all the promises of eternity it can bring. Love without reservation. Be aware of the emotions you feel and be carried away by them. Vibrate to the sound of harmony among the elements, or be they other people or contexts in which to move. So, Gemini, right now is really not the time. Now, there could be a really difficult energy here of like, There could be a really difficult energy here of having a lot of emotion and feeling for someone, really wanting to express this emotion, but not knowing how to communicate it. Maybe feeling a sense of being blocked around the way you communicate this thing. There is this really big romantic Jupiterian energy here. But there's also this communication barrier, or this feeling of being blocked or not knowing how to communicate the love and feelings that you have for someone, not knowing how to express it, not knowing how to approach them. There could be fear or illusion or like distractions in the way of something. You feel really strongly for something. You could potentially even be to like the point of like making yourself feel sad, of not knowing how to communicate these things, like to the point where you're literally feeling kind of sad about it. Now, you're in the middle of the water here. Now you have a solid concrete slab, but everywhere around you is kind of like there's emotion that you have to work through, Gemini. There could potentially even be like some disagreements or some harsh words that need to be shared. If there's something that was bothering you, if there was something that was really getting in the way of you expressing something, okay? It's like you wanted to say something, you wanted to do something, but you weren't feeling, there was tension around it. There was tension around this, I don't know if it's around being accepted, around being a fear of rejection, but you are really feeling the desire and the need to step into something, you want to express something, you want to say something, but you're afraid that it's going to come out too harshly, you're afraid that it's going to come off too clingy, you're afraid that there's something that you're wanting to like hold on to, something you're wanting to resolve in a romantic sense of the way. You want something to be happy and harmonious. You don't, it's like this last memory or this moment, like this last moment or this last encounter. You don't want it to be negative. You don't want it to be full of stress. You want it to be good. You want the memories. You want to end something on a good foot. You want to end something on a good term. You want, even if it is having to say goodbye, even if it is having to leave someone or something in the past, you don't want to do it in a way that is sad or not good, right? You want to end everything in a really good sense of the way. Something's making you kind of like hang your heads, like sulking. You're like, fuck. Like, what am I supposed to do? I feel like at the end of the day, there is this feeling of like, it's like this last time you're going to be able to love someone, or this last time you're going to be able to do something with someone. It's like you don't want it to be negative, but sometimes it's really hard to say goodbye. There can be like weird feelings of saying goodbye, right? There can be weird feelings around having to let someone go, right? A lot of times it's really hard to like, when you say goodbye, sometimes people can have feelings about that, or they can feel sad, or they can feel hurt by goodbye. So there can be some difficulties around that, right? Like there's this sense of doom kind of hanging over this entire situation. Or maybe it's the other way around. It's like the situation might be kind of full of doom, but above it is like this desire, this sense of like wanting to connect. But then there's also this vulnerability, and that's kind of what's leading this romantic situation into a sense of impending doom. And that could be really what's blocking, hindering, or stopping this romantic connection from being able to be happy and harmonious, is like this impending sense of doom when trying to connect with this person, to the point where this person's not even really coming out in the reading, just you are. All right, Gemini, I think that's the reading. Oh, wait, we have to do your archetype cards. I forgot. Hold on. Let's see if your person that we're dealing with is going to come out in this. reading, or if only you are going to come out. All right, so Gemini. What is the current archetype that you're leaving in the past? This could have to do with you, or this could have to do with a specific person. What archetype? Okay, we have the shadow vampire. Depleting others for your psychic survival, a chronic complaining, and codependency. And could we get one more, please? What about the energy that you're planning on moving forward into this new sense of who you are that you're adopting as your own? Altering facts or plagiarizing others' works with the shadow scribe. And give me one more just to clarify or to kind of bridge these two. This could be really where the other person comes out. We have the shadow warrior. Trading ethical principles for victory at any cost, indifference to the suffering inflicted on others. All right. So I think that that's really where you have to work on. You have a lot of shadow you need to be working through. There's a lot of shadow energy here. That could be maybe where the tension is coming through, the shadow, right? A lot of times when we're like in feelings of romance, or when we're trying to embody romance, there's this vulnerable energy here. I think that's the reading I have for you, Gemini. I hope that this was somewhat helpful for you. I do hope to see you again in the next reading. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below. Tell me where you have Gemini in your chart. Tell me if this manifested for you. Tell me if this is actually what you're going through. I would love to know. And we're going to move on to the Cancer reading. Hi, Cancer. Merry Christmas. I hope you're having a great morning so far. Afternoon so far. It'll probably be afternoon by the time this is uploaded. If you watch it immediately, you could be watching this a few weeks in the future. This could be for the new moon as well. So I pulled a couple oracle cards prior to starting the reading, and the Casanova oracle card we have for you is happy ending, and we have change. You can see there's a very wintry aspect here, with this tree having like only a couple leaves left on it, meaning that the transformation is done and things are really stripped bare. You might be feeling a little bit raw right now. You might be feeling a little bit exposed, okay? You might be feeling like empty. I don't want to say empty. You're definitely feeling a little bit exposed right now. There's a change coming. What's that one song called by Pussifer? I think M is mission or something. I don't know. Let's take a look and see what we have coming out for your tarot. Happy ending. I do believe that's the final card in this tarot deck. Cancer. For those of you that don't know, I am a Cancer moon. I have Cancer moon in my 5th house. But my Cancer moon is under extreme pressure. It is the roots of my cardinal grand cross, squaring Saturn, squaring Mercury, and opposing Neptune. So let's take a look and see. So for you, Cancer, what are your intentions? How are you feeling? What is going on with this happy ending that is coming out for you? The Sun came out. What's that one song? The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow. Something about tomorrow. Oh, what's this? Why is this? What is that from? The Sound of Music, I think? Is that what that's from? Maybe. Cancer. What a perfect way to end that. All right. Wow. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Well, you're happy. At the end of it all, you're happy. It starts out really happy. And a happy ending. And then it kind of gets to this change where something was a happy ending, something can be perceived as a happy ending. And then it's like we kind of get to this change and it kind of becomes not so happy. Right? It's like happily ever after, but then there's like what comes after that, right? And what comes after the movie is over. When the movie's over and the two people end up together and it's very happy, but how long do they end up together? Because then life comes and it happens and we have multiple things we have to do. We have jobs, we have friends, we have other responsibilities, things that kind of come into play. You're sitting pretty, you're sitting happy, you're comfortable and you're content by yourself. You're emotionally fulfilled by yourself. Finances could be a little bit of an issue for you, Cancer. There could be something that you're working towards, something that you're having to struggle through financially to get yourself to where it is you need to go. It's not by any means like the most, emotionally you're good. Emotionally you're fulfilled. There is a wish fulfillment in that sense, emotionally. But if there's not people in your life that can handle that sort of emotional fulfillment that you are experiencing, or people that are not emotionally aligned, we get to this Two of Pentacles. And that's a lot of water for just two little seeds, especially if the environment isn't, if it's not time to plant the seeds. We get this Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is failure, is being left out in the cold, is homelessness, is struggle, is despair, is brokenness, is finding refuge or hoping to find refuge, is resources, state resources, having to make a little go a long ways, is having to really stretch things out, is really having to go beyond your means. Bottom of the deck here, we do have this Two of Cups, which is one more cup is the Ten of Cups, but then we get to this new beginning, this emotion. There you have a lot of emotion to offer, right? What do you have to offer in situations is love. That's what you have to offer. You have to offer love, is unending love, is positive memories. We get here, then there's the Queen of Cups. There's this, just looking at these cards, we have the Two of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles, which could talk about like somebody that's promising to bring you something, coming through a memory, somebody with memories, somebody that is, it's a memory, right? It's something you'll never forget, right? And then we get here to this Queen of Cups with this Queen of Swords right underneath it. You know, Cancer, don't be, you know, you might need to kind of get into this stickler energy a little bit where you're not really allowing for any bullshit right now. You're not really allowing for anyone to get past your walls. Okay, so just because you have the capacity to be extremely emotionally fulfilled independently, he has these cups on this wall for a reason, meaning that if the circumstances are not in alignment for you to offer these cups, these emotional fulfillment to people, you really keep them up high, and you don't give the emotions that you have to somebody if it's not in alignment with your future, right? You are water. You are the water element. You're cardinal water, meaning that you initiate emotional experiences, meaning that you're the one that will initiate feelings of love in a relationship or in any circumstance, right? But if the energy is not in alignment, the energy that you receive in alignment, then you can't initiate. Then I don't think it would be smart for you to initiate the feelings of emotion, and that could be causing a change. Now, this could even talk about yourself independently, you not being financially in a place where you can truly offer feelings of love, right? Like, what is love if you don't have every aspect of yourself together? You can give love, but if you don't have yourself figured out, financially, it would be probably not the best idea for you to dive super deeply into the feelings of love, because that could be signs of something extremely codependent on the horizon. So make sure that you are focusing on the areas of your life that need to be focused on. And right now, I would say that your main focus needs to be on financially securing yourself, financially preparing for the things that are coming for you in the future. Yes, something can be a happy ending, but what comes after that happy ending is really what I would be focused on. We can see the happy ending, right? The happy ending could even just be something about yourself and being emotionally secure and fulfilled and having pure, clean waters to invest into something. But, if the timing needs to be right, the seeds that you plant need to be the right kind of seeds, the right kind of things that you're expecting when it is harvest season for you, right? Right now, it's not harvest season. We have this change card, which would talk about you need to still be focusing on the things in the past the last harvest, right? We're in winter now. So winter is about, it's not about harvest, but it's about the things that you've collected over the times, the abundant months of the year. There could definitely be some penny pinching, some things in regards to your own personal, how you're going to make something work financially. You're emotionally, that's under control. This year, I don't really feel like you focusing on your emotions and your happiness as well. Now, if you have a child, that could be scary a little bit, but just really focus on that. There's something, this is the broke, busted, and disgusted card. And that's how we end your reading here. So let's take a look, and we're going to read this happy ending card. This is the final card in the deck. So there could be like a really big new chapter that you're beginning. How distant are the heartbreaks encountered at the beginning of your journey? Troubles are part of the past. Now is the time to celebrate the present and the future that lies ahead. What seems tangled now unravels like a silken knot, leading to full satisfaction. Keep hope and try not to let advertised events on the horizon to get you down. You are certainly not lacking fortitude and skills. So, it's saying you have the skills to pay the bills, but you just I don't know, student is on the bottom here. What is Cancer needing to, what archetypes is Cancer needing to leave in the past? Is Cancer needing to let go of? Moving into this next chapter or this next phase in their life. The first card we had come out was the Teacher. What is the Teacher? The Teacher, and it says ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom. Okay, maybe you're being asked to kind of keep the knowledge you have, keep it to yourself. We have the Don Juan for what you're moving into, and this is going to spotlight your positive, seductive qualities. So like I said, you are the initiator of emotions, right? You can't, so say you're in a relationship with a Libra. Okay, so I'm a Libra sun with a Cancer moon, meaning that I initiate when I'm in my lunar energy, when I'm in my reflective energy, right? It is a reflective energy, and Cancer overall is reflective. Don Juan. Now this could be even, you could, I would say maybe this is, the Don Juan is a little bit more Aryan in nature, potentially Capricorn. You can expect that a Cancer to initiate feelings of passion, because that's not what they're here to initiate. They don't have that ability. Cancer has the ability to maybe initiate feelings of emotional maturity. Cancer might be able to teach you how to communicate your emotions in an effective way that shows your wisdom, or that shows skill and experience in having deep emotions and having positive emotions. But that's also what you're being asked to kind of let go into the past. And then the bridging energy, we have the Don Juan. What is the final archetype we have coming out for Cancer? So right now, Cancer, I feel like you do have the ability to be, because you have all of this emotion, to be very seductive and to make it very alluring. The scribe, the upright scribe. So this is preserving knowledge and information. Now, this could be like you potentially having the ability to really pass on knowledge of how to be seductive. You know how to be seductive. There could be feelings a little bit around like shame or fear or guilt, or like, right? But that might be something that you're needing to not allow kind of come to the surface. You might have to kind of keep that Five of Pentacles energy hidden a little bit, especially if you are potentially moving into new relationships, or if you are potentially moving into new periods of your life. This is a big red flag for me, Cancer. I would definitely be really careful with that Five of Pentacles energy coming out. So especially at the end of your reading, and I'm not pulling another card for you. The Two of Cups is on the bottom with the Knight of Pentacles. So there is something about that. So be really cautious moving forward. Plan accordingly. Don't allow the rug to be like swept out from underneath your feet or pulled from underneath your feet, because there could potentially be something that could be like catastrophic to, you know, anyone's life, right? The Five of Pentacles is my absolute least favorite card in the entire tarot deck. So be aware of that when you're moving forward into the next phases of your life, okay? We're going to move on. Thanks, Cancer. What's up, Leo? How are you doing? Welcome to the channel. Hit the like button, subscribe. Tell me where you have Leo in your chart. We pre-pulled some oracle cards for you. The first card that we pulled out for you, Leo, is Vanity. And the other oracle card we pulled out for you is the Troubleshooter. All right, so I feel, Leo, that you're trying to get some answers. There's something you're trying to get to the bottom of. There's some sort of information you're trying to extract from a situation before you actually put yourself in the situation. Today, you could be really focused on looking really good, wanting to show up looking your absolute best, wanting to, you're really focusing on feeling really good about yourself. Now, you could be going to like a family event or a family gathering, and it's like you want to be looking absolutely in your best possible way. Now, there could be feelings of like, oh, I'm going to show them like what I've done in my life. Like I'm going to show them all that I became, right? It's like I'm going to show, it's like somebody that's lost like a whole bunch of weight, and it's the first time you're going to see your family. You're like, oh, I'm going to show them, right? Kind of energy, I'm not sure. Take with that what you will. Or it's like you got your hair done, or you did something, you got something new, you got some new outfit, you got some new boots, or you got something like that. It's like you're going to show it, like I'm going to show you. Right, Empress energy coming out here. You're kind of like flaunting something. And like, ooh, you're turning necks, right? You're people are rubbernecking you. Like you could have like gotten a new car or something like that. You're just feeling very much so like on top of the world. You're feeling very blessed. You're feeling very full of newness and gifts and whatnot. So let's take a look, Leo, and see what we have coming out for you. What are Leo's intentions moving forward? Okay, we have Temperance. We have the Six of Wands. Success, victory. So you could be getting married, or you're married already with this Jupiter and Leo card coming out. Jupiter is the card of the husband, is the planet of the husband. I like the way that came out. The Chariot. This is the best reading so far. We don't know though. Leo. Now, Leo, this could be talking about, like, I don't know, you could have bought yourself a gift. Something like, I bought myself a gift and I really love it. Okay. You're riding high. You're on your high horse. You're feeling really good. You're feeling accomplished. You're feeling, there's a sense of like, it could be really having to do with a car. You could have recently gotten a car, or it's like you're going into a situation high and mighty, Wheel of Fortune. It's a change. Something is changing. There is a change here. Maybe you're looking, like you're trying to see like how people are going to take this change. It could even have something to do, like you could be changing your hairstyle. You could be changing your aesthetic. You could be changing, there's something you're changing. It's a change that you're making yourself. It's not really it's something you're balancing out, right? Something you've been contemplating for a while, whether you want to change this or not. We have the red wings on this Temperance card, right? The red wings. I don't know what it is about that. Red wings. Okay, interesting. You could be really embodying the red color, the color of red. Red could really be your thing right now. Maybe you got a red car, or maybe you got like your nails done red. I'm not sure. Something about the color red. The root chakra, really, maybe if it's like your root chakra could be really balanced right now, really stable right now. You could be feeling very stable, very secure in your life, feeling very like your root chakra, your foundation is very secure, it's very strong. And so you're really embodying this red energy of foundation and stability. And it could even be a little bit tense. This Chariot card does speak of tension. It is the card that connects Saturn to Mars on the Kabbalistic tree of life. And so the Chariot card is really about like going into battle. It's about going into battle, really. Now you could be going into a situation where you're family situations, things like that, where you're kind of like, I don't know, is it a competition? I don't want to say it's a competition, but it's like, but if you look at the two energies here, we have Jupiter and Leo, and then we have the Chariot card, which is attributed to Cancer. It's got something to do with your mother. You could be a moon in Leo, potentially. Let's read what this vanity card speaks about. Now, it is interesting here because we do have this red, like Anubis dog here on the bottom of the card, right? So you could be feeling like, and you're very like you're very Evie right now, right? Like Eve was never on top. Eve was always on bottom, right? That's the thing. That's the difference between Lilith and Eve. Lilith got mad at Adam for not allowing her to go on top, but Eve was always okay with being on the bottom. Let's see, what does this say? We have vanity. Discover your potential, work on your self-esteem and abilities to achieve the result you so desire. Do not aspire only to the approval of others, as you risk failing to relate to others in order to avoid sublimating to outside judgment. Sometimes the desire to be admired can cause you to lose sight of what is really important in life. Now, this could have something to do with like showing off a lot. So you're really trying to show someone what you're made of. You're really trying to like prove yourself. When it's like, what if in you're trying to prove yourself and trying to prove that, oh yeah, I'm that bitch. Oh yeah, I got all this. Oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. It's like, what if nobody really cares at the end of the day? What if nobody really cares at the end of the day what you've done, right? It's like people a lot of times are really focused on themselves. Just as much as you're focused on yourself, I would assume that people are just as focused on themselves as you're focused on yourself. So be really aware of that. For Leo, we have the shadow companion, betrayal by misusing confidences and a loss of personal identity with the shadow companion. Now this could even be like you trying to like outshine your partner. I don't know, there could be like something about that, like I'm trying to outshine, like I'm gonna do better than you. It's like, wait, I thought we were like married, or I thought we were dating. Wait, what? I'm confused. And we have the beggar. Confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humility and compassion and self-esteem. Hey, I need you to go lay down. Go lay down. So be really be aware of like who are you trying to compete with. There could be something like that, like why, wait, what? I'm confused. And we have the shadow alchemist, a misuse of the power and knowledge that come through spiritual practice. Take with that what you will, Leo. I hope that was somewhat helpful for you. I hope to see you again in the next reading. We're going to move on to the next sign of Virgo, and I will see you on the other side. Hi, Virgo. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hit the like button, subscribe down below if you have not already. The first card we have out for you is self-worth, and we have doubt in reverse. You know, Virgo, you know, you're really known to be somebody that's very critical of others as well, but you're also just as, like, you have this thing about criticism and your own personal self-worth. And there's something today about really finding a sense of, like, you know, I'm no longer doubting myself. I'm no longer feeling not good enough. I'm no longer feeling, I'm a Virgo moon in sidereal. I'm a Virgo sun and a Virgo Venus in sidereal astrology. So I get it. And then in tropical astrology, I do have my Virgo Mars with my mean North Node is in Virgo as well. So I understand the Virgo energy of not feeling good enough sometimes, of feeling hypercritical, right? You're taking this like shadow mask off, the shadow mask of like vulnerability, the shadow mask of like not feeling good enough, of not having everything together. There's also this aspect of Virgo that's very much so like a perfectionist, depending on what house you have Virgo in. I have Virgo in my 6th and 7th houses, so that can talk about like being really perfectionistic about your daily routines. You do rule daily routines. You also rule like what needs to stay and what needs to go. What is, because you rule the intestines, which is like the gut kind of area. So like when the body is sorting out like what is needing to be used as like nutrients and then what needs to be discarded from the body, that's what you rule, Virgo. So there is this ability to be hypercritical, and what about yourself is not good, what about your relationships is not good, and what about like what needs to stay and what needs to go. But you're taking the shadow mask off, right? You're no longer like allowing, you could have Virgo in the 1st house, which would make you more than likely, if you have it just because the shadow mask, so maybe you're like, maybe you're kind of stepping into your lunar chart, or maybe you're stepping into your solar chart. You're like really allowing yourself to put that crown on, right? Virgo is a very regal and royal sign. Virgo is the sign of royalty. Virgo is the sign of kings. Virgo is the sign of the throne, right? Sometimes they'll call like a toilet like the throne. but a lot of kings, like King Louis XIV was a Virgo. A lot of times Virgos can be very disliked by people because of their ability to be hypercritical. But really, when you see a Virgo that you feel like is criticizing you, or the way that you do things, the way you spend your money, the way that you do just are in your life, like they're like, why the fuck are you moving like that? Like, you're stupid for that, or something like that. I'm not really sure. You are the sign of the maiden as well. People always want to try and like take from you or make you feel less than, right? Because you're already, like, Virgos already come into the world being very, there's a special thing about Virgo and having this feminine quality, right? If we look at the astrological sky, it's like you really are the only girl in the world, Virgo. So don't allow people to try and take that from you, is what I would say for you, Virgo. You could be dealing with an Aries. I do know that, like, if we're talking about Antisha, meaning like you and Aries have the same amount of light. So Aries is more so on the other side of things. But Virgo, you and Aries share the same amount of shadow and the same amount of light. Aries, was it Aries that pulled that card? Or maybe it was Gemini. Actually, I think it was Gemini. So that's talking about Mercury. There's something emotionally you need to work through. You could be feeling late to something. That's always like my card of like, I'm late. Okay, you're late to something. Or the Eight of Pentacles came out. You could have your sun in Virgo. Getting back to that kind of same Aryan energy, self-worth. You could be really like, you have friends, you have people that are around you, you have people that are, you know, there's friends or there's groups of people that need your criticism, the people that need your ability to kind of tell them what it is, right? Like, you can be Virgo can be kind of cutthroat a little bit. You do rule the beginning of the Queen of Swords, and the three cards that coincide with the Queen of Swords is the Ten of Pentacles. Like, the Queen of Swords' story is the Ten of Pentacles, which is the side of Virgo, Mercury in Virgo, which is, not only is Mercury exalted in Virgo, but it's also at home in Virgo. So the Queen of Swords energy, when you're dealing with the Queen of Swords, you can see she sits at the top of the world. She's sitting on the ground, but she's in the clouds, meaning that she can cause the moisture in the air to, she can call down water, right? She can make it rain by her voice, right? She is also made of water, right? There's this ability to command emotion. There's this ability to, very interesting. But it could also be calling up water, right? Because if we look here at this card, and we know that water is like, the clouds are water, right? That's like the, whatever, you know what I'm talking about. It's like you're calling the water up, like you're removing the water from a situation. You're no longer making something super emotional, when at the end of the day, it's solely about work. It's about perfecting something. It's about becoming the best you can. Now, you could be doing, now this is an interesting card because Pisces is the card of like mental illness or like being hospitalized or like isolation. And you can see here that this man is wearing a straitjacket. He's working on something diligently. Not only has he done something once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times, right? He's working on something diligently, meaning that he is that kind of like Aries energy. We pulled the Crescendo Oracle card, which talks about perfecting your craft. And I feel like you've perfected your craft, but you continue to work on it. You continue to get better. You continue to do something because you're going to get something perfect, right? Until you get the perfect outcome, until you get the perfect, until you sculpt your body the perfect way, until you do something absolutely perfect, right? Without flaw, without, you know, falling off the tracks, without getting too emotional, right? until you get this Three of Cups of abundance, of joy, of friendships, of celebration. And that something won't be done correctly until you're able to truly give your fortune, or give the things that in your life that you've perfectly sculpted and made right and perfect for yourself. You won't stop until you get this energy in every single outcome, right? You want this Three of Cups, this celebration, this feeling of harmony, of friendship, of coming together, and celebratory energy, even if there is emotions, right? You could be even kind of pulling the super emotional, turbulent energy out of the situation and feasting on that emotion. Now, you know, people aren't doubting you at this time. Your feelings of doubt are really non-existent today, I want to say. Let's read the 28, which is a card, which is the axis of finances. Admire yourself in the mirror. Take a good look. What do you see? Is it a reflection of a precious treasure that resides in the core of your being? Self-love. Peer with kind eyes at your worth, which must be apart from the gaze of outsiders who would like to project their expectations onto you or fix you accordingly to their ideal. Interrupt their fierce judgment and harsh self-criticism, accepting your imperfections with dignity and elegance. Embrace all of the love you are capable of giving yourself. So this is really about giving yourself, the pardoning yourself from other people's expectations of you, right? If something makes you happy, but also it's like Virgo, you have this ability, you have this thing about needing to, I'm gonna move on to the next reading. You get what I'm saying, Virgo, I think, I hope. Let's talk in the next reading that we do for you. Check out some of my other readings I do for Virgo. I usually feel like they're pretty good. Sometimes they don't. I feel like Virgo is my least watched sign. So if you're a Virgo, put in the comments, tell me you're a Virgo, start watching my videos. My name's Madeline. Subscribe below if you would like to. And we're moving on to Libra now. Libra. Hello. How are you doing? This is the other side. We have officially made it to the other side. Abundance is your first oracle card. I pre-pulled them. And we also have experimentation, which is the 23rd card. Libra, you could be like experimenting with your sexuality right now. You could be like really interested in trying something you've never tried before. There could be something that, like some sort of like money that's being offered to you to like try something different. Okay, you could be in this energy of abundance. Libra, we have Judgment. Aries got the Judgment Oracle card. Okay, so let's see. We have the Hanged Man. We have the Lovers. Holy major arcanas, Libra. Wow, you are going through something huge right now. Final card for Libra, the Eight of Cups. Star on the bottom of the deck. All right, Libra, so how do we say this? Judgment is coming out. So you are either being judged right now for something, or there's something that you are raising from the dead. There's something about yourself, an aspect of yourself that was maybe thrown to the wayside, an aspect of yourself that you were not in the environment that you could truly embody this element of experimenting with who you are, experimenting with who you want to become. or maybe you experimented with something just to get a different perspective on something. Maybe you realized that this experimentation maybe wasn't the alley or the road that you wanted to go down, and maybe you're retreating a little bit. You are moving on from something. You're walking into the unknown. You are... with this Pisces card, we also have Saturn and Pisces. You could be feeling like new perspectives are really difficult right now for you to take on, taking a different perspective or accepting a different truth as your own. The Lover's card, Gemini energy here. That talks about a choice. What are you going to choose? There is a different perspective here. Judgment. Something is under judgment. Okay, something could also be being healed. There is also something here about your cross or your axis or your... You could be walking away from a career. You could be walking away from a career. You could be feeling like you need to take a different perspective in the way that you're viewing your home or the way that you're viewing, right? There could also be something that's completely out of your control. I do feel like you're enlightened about something, but just because you're enlightened about something doesn't necessarily mean that you get the go-ahead to go forward in something. Now, you could be enlightened about something, but you don't necessarily get to be the one to express this enlightenment. Your 7th house axis, because we have this cross is why I'm saying it like this. Your 7th house axis, you have the Lovers. You could be with an Aries, or you could be meeting up with an Aries, or there's something about Aryan energy, taking the lead in something. Your partner could potentially be taking the lead in something, or your partner is going to be the one to give you the go-ahead in expressing this enlightenment that you have. Here we have this, but that's by day, right? And then we get this Moon card here with the Saturn and Pisces. Interesting. Saturn is under extreme tension and pressure right now. There's it's at the apex of a T-square, or it has been. So which Pisces is your 6th house of career, not career, but like your daily routines, your health, getting rid of things, choosing the paths and the avenues that you want to traverse. There's a big choice here. I almost want to pull a clarifier, but I'm not going to. I'm really curious what this Lover's card is. There could be a coming together, right? A stripping, a bare, like you're naked in something, like you and someone else, or your masculine side and your feminine side are both, it's like there's this sense of having nothing to hide, right? When you're naked in front of someone, that shows like your ability to not have anything to hide. That's when you see naked people in the tarot, that can be what it's indicative of. It can also be indicative of before Eve ate the apple, right? Which is like Eden, which is like paradise. So you could potentially be eating of the tree of knowledge, putting your clothes on, feeling more so like there is something to hide. Could be because of this enlightenment, or because of this revelation, or this change in perspective you had due to a judgment call that you had to make. It's like you're putting your clothes on. You now feel, and even see how I have like my arm over my solar plexus. There could be something about like, yeah. So Libra. I don't really know what to say about this. Answer the call. If somebody calls you today, make sure to answer it, because it's going to lead you down the path that you have to walk down. The Hanged Man is new perspectives, is knowing what to do, but not really having the ability to move, right? You're hung by one foot upside down. You're enlightened though. So there's definitely something about Virgo energy with self-worth. You could feel like something is hindering your self-worth because he's hung up by his foot and it's upside down. So it's like you're having a difficult time grounding yourself or finding these feelings of self-worth, right? You're really the karmic nodes are like this close to leaving your sign. And the South Node talks a lot about working through, right? It's the karmic pot, right? It's the past. It's the karma accumulated from the past. So you and Aries, with this 7th house axis coming into play, you and Aries in your own chart, I'm not talking about another person Aries, I'm talking about the Arian in you, which if you're Libra rising, you are the one that has gotten that pouring out, right? The Rahu is the upside down cup, meaning that Aries really pours everything out and it all lands in the sign of Libra, in the karmic or the node of destiny, which is been in your sign for the past year and a half. And so we're getting to the very tail end of working through all of the bullshit that an Aries can really represent, like the self, the things we initiate, the things we go into, being the first one to move kind of energy. And Libra, you're the 7th card, or you're the shadow or the teeter-totter, meaning that you're usually the one to kind of follow, meaning you're not usually the one to initiate. If you were to initiate, you would normally be the one to initiate communication, conversation, intellectual ideas, things in a studious kind of nature, because you're cardinal air, meaning that you usually initiate communication. And that's really it, that's all. Libra is really known to guard their feelings, protect their feelings, not really allow their heart space to be seen, because they are the Empress, right? They're the perfected Empress. We think Taurus is the first Empress, where there can be a lot more freedom and fun-loving and kind of like, but when we're talking about divine feminine energy, we get this masculine aspect to the Empress in Libra, where it's much more judicial, it's much more strict, it's not so free, fun-loving, like, oh, happy day. It's like, no, this is when the Empress sacrifices all of her fruit that she has grown, and she becomes very strict. And that's why you also rule the Justice card, because you have the ability, blind justice at that, meaning that you don't need to see something, you just know something, and you know when to cut something off, you know when to stop giving to a situation, you know when to stop, you know when, and you know what, because you just automatically know. You are the most intuitive sign. You do have the I Ching gate of the 57, which is intuitive clarity. So don't ever let your intuition doubt you, but your intuition is going to come across in a very statistically proven, factual, intellectual kind of way, where you can really cut through the bullshit of what people are saying. You can really see through the lies and the deception, and just when people are, you know, trying to fuck you in your ass, I guess, kind of energy. So that's all I have best for you, Libra. I don't know where that came from. That was kind of brutal. Oh, we forgot to do the other ones. The little archetype cards. Now let's put these back out here. The ass is technically Sagittarian energy. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius. What happened to the cards? Oh, they're here. All right, let me see here. We have the shadow healer, taking advantage of those who need help and failing to care for oneself. I have to charge my phone. We have the shadow mentor, inability to allow the student to move on to the role of master, imparting false instruction. And give me one. We have the child magical, seeing the potential for the sacred, beauty in all things, the belief in that anything is possible. We also have the martyr here on the bottom of the deck, and the card that fell is the companion. So there could be something about an Aries or an Arian quality, right? Only angels fall. Keep that in mind. So when we really stay in our first house, when we stay in the sense of self, I want you to know how demonic that truly is, because demons don't fall, angels do. So that's what I have for you, Libra. I hope that you enjoyed that energy. There's fame on the bottom of the deck. Do what you do. I have to charge my phone, and then we're going to move on to Scorpio. So see you in the next one. Scorpio. We started your reading at 1:24:24. Something about the whole entire day cycle. Something about that. Something about being equally yoked with someone. Let's take a look and see. Your oracle card that we pulled for you is Surprise with 11. And then we have a brown-haired woman. Interesting. Let's take a look and see. Did I read the last one for Libra? I don't think I did. Out of the book, I didn't read it, so I kind of want to read it now. Should we read it? Let's read it. We'll also read yours, but we have Libra's was 23, and it was experimentation. So there could be like a connecting energy between Libra and Scorpio right now. You could be on the cusp as well. Let's see. 23, experimentation. The key to realizing your ambitions lies beyond your comfort zone, in an unexplored place that is probably beyond your concept of the norm. Going against social conventions may be uncomfortable, but it frees you from the expectation of others and needing to conform, from the belief that joining the ranks can result in a comfortable flattening, at the expense of the flicker of genius that uncovers novel ideas and solutions. Of course, opening up to new avenues is not riskless venture. Maintain the right flexibility in case things do not go as planned. But let's read. That was for Libra. I forgot to read it in there. So, Scorpio, yours is Surprise. Your life plans are interrupted by something totally unexpected. It could be an unforeseen gift to be grasped without delay. But if the rest of the spread indicates a deceptive situation, it could be an element that brings uncertainty. Try to turn this unexpectedness into an opportunity. Welcome what is in front of you and make the best of it. How are you doing, Scorpio? Scorpios are my faves, one of my favorite signs. I would say in sidereal astrology, Scorpio is my favorite sign, but I would say tropically, Sagittarius is my favorite sign. But tropically, you would turn into sidereal Scorpio, so absolutely love Sagittariuses. We have the moon coming out. So we could be talking about sidereal astrology here. You're just so powerful. We have the Six of Pentacles. You'll definitely be receiving a gift today. Somebody could be feeling anxiety around it or a sense of fear. There could be something that is completely unknown to you, Scorpio. Knight of Swords. This could be even like a controversial gift or something that somebody's gonna have something to say about this one. You saw that, didn't you? Damn, you saw that. You could be dealing with a Leo. Perfect. Somebody's going to have something to say with this, Scorpio. How do I say this? Scorpio. Ay, Dios mío. I'm getting a sense of competition here a little bit. I'm getting a sense of somebody thinking that they could one-up you, somebody thinking that they were going to show up and be better than you. Somebody who really put a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of mental power into something to one-up you. I feel like Scorpio, you're just kind of showing up as yourself. There's not a lot of care, like trying involved in what you're doing. We do have the moon currently going through your sign, which is, you know, Scorpio moons go through difficulties in their life. It's not, Scorpio moons don't have an easy life, especially in regards to their mother. You know, you could be having some issues with the mother side of the family. I don't know. It could also have something to do, like, if you're married, for some reason I'm getting this, if you're married, Scorpio, there could be something about your husband's mother's side of the family with this moon and Taurus energy. Somebody could be really giving to you a lot, or it could be a Taurus energy that's giving you something. Somebody that's coming from the other side of the wheel, something that might not necessarily be like in alignment with your sign's destiny, because Scorpios go through a lot of really, really difficult things in their life. They go through so much difficulty, right? It's one of the most difficult, it's one of the darkest, most demented, most mentally troubled signs in the entire zodiac. I absolutely love it. They're so dark, and they can be so mysterious, and they can be seriously so, like, so much trauma has happened to Scorpios where it's just kind of unfathomable. But a lot of times when we've gone through these kind of traumas and these kind of difficulties in young life and old life, just this, but there's also this elder quality to Scorpio, that Scorpio doesn't really need to show you all the cards on the table. Scorpio can really keep things under wraps for themselves. They don't need to tell you everything because they have a plan in the background, in the back of their mind, that you don't need to know all of their plans in something. They're okay with keeping you in the dark. In fact, I think they prefer it, to keep you in the dark about things. Some people don't like that. Some people can. I guess it's really just a matter of, like, if you can trust and if you can truly give your power to the Scorpio to kind of steer your life. I almost got married to a Scorpio. You know, Scorpios are kings. Scorpios are the beauty of the zodiac, right? This quality of, like, the elder, right? Because Scorpio is the eldest sister, or the eldest. Yeah, it's the eldest. Jyesta Nakshatra. It's also the place of Indra, right? Indra being, like, the one that went and slayed the dragon, right? So there's been dragons in your life that you've had to slay, dragons in your life that you literally had to go and, like, slit the fucking throat of, right? A lot of times you can be the kind of person, when you're in relationships where it's like these people in your life, they can fucking turn you to stone, like they're just like fucking gorgons, right? And so you're the kind of person that sometimes when you're in a close committed relationships with people, you have to literally go and decapitate them in ways that you know what I'm talking about? You have to literally tear down their sense of self because it's just not right. Right? Sometimes you have to literally take someone off of their high horse and fucking throw them down to the pits of hell and show them what the fuck it really is. Scorpio. I do see, though, if there was a situation where you had to do that, where you had to really put someone in their place, where you really had to set something straight, you are going to, you see he's like giving 4 pentacles to this person that's been thrown down to the bottom. I don't know if that was the right thing to say. Sorry. Fuck. Stay about your money right now. Focus on your money. If somebody gives you a little, find a way to make it into a lot. Find a way to invest it. Find a way to use your intellect, use your wisdom, use your words, use your communication skills to deliver the pentacle that you're meant to deliver, right? There's something about like money and that's like in the in-between, right? Investments and whatnot. Something's being delivered to you, something is being given to you, right? This darker aspect is really going to be shrouded in some sort of light here soon, but you do need to keep in mind that this horse you're riding on is the black horse. In the readings we just did, I think I did it for Gemini, but we were talking about the song When the Man Comes Around and how the white horse was taking names and then the black horse followed behind it was death, meaning like you're either going to be chosen or you're not. Don't be afraid to communicate. There could be things that you're communicating to, or people or places that you're needing to communicate to about maybe receiving resources, loans, investments, things like that, where you're like a little fish in a big pond and you're having to go and face these big fish and tell them what the fuck it is. Or maybe you're having to be reflective of these big fish when really in all actuality you feel like a little fish, but it's like you're having to go and reflect, or you're having to be reflective of these sharks, right? Something like that. Take with that what you will. Take that with a grain of salt. Did we already read surprise? I don't remember if we did. An unforeseen gift, right? We have the unforeseen gift. Okay, be cautious of people in your life that are not truly on your side, Scorpio. I'm going to leave that message there for you. I hope that was somewhat helpful for you. Hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below, tell me where you have Scorpio in your chart, and you're going to be moving on to the next sign. Hi Sagittarius, how are you doing? Welcome to your reading. We are here. We are going to be doing your Merry Christmas, by the way. I stopped saying Merry Christmas. Merry fucking Christmas. How are you doing? Hope you had a good birthday as well. The card we have for you is Indulgence. Indulgence. There are 3 women in this card, all of which are naked. We have this Generosity card in a retrograde or in reverse. You could be receiving generosity, or you're just receiving something. You're indulging in something. You're jumping into this feeling of treating yourself. In the Oracle deck, it says, this is the time to indulge, to delve into pleasure without guilt. A first moment of enjoyment that, through fleeting, can be a balm for the soul. Contentment may also suggest stopping one's judgment of other people, adopting a more latent and kind approach to others. Generosity in reverse. So you could be feeling like maybe a judgment call that you made in the past, or maybe you were feeling there was some sort of judgmental energy that you made, a judgment call you made, something you made. You could be going back on that. You're indulging in something. You're getting back into this feeling of like just treating yourself. Treating the people in your life. Now, there could be this feeling of not feeling super generous today, or maybe you were feeling like generosity wasn't. That's the first time we've seen the Emperor in this entire reading. Interesting. Okay. Be really cautious of spreading yourself too thin, or maybe you're feeling like the people in your life aren't spreading yourself thin enough for you. Something about the give and take in a situation not feeling balanced, equal, and or take with it what you will. Intentions for Scorpio. I'm sorry, Sagittarius. We started with the 5 of Pentacles. Go check out Cancer's reading, please. We ended with the 5 of Pentacles there. 5 of Pentacles left out in the cold. Fuck me, dude. The Tower. Fuck. Wow, that's brutal as fuck. Tower. Knocked down from high places. Sudden catastrophe. Sudden upheaval. Wowzer, weezer, wozers, dude. Damn, can we not? Can we not? Can we not do this? Okay. I don't know where you're going, but it's like you can't stay here. I don't care where you go, but you can't stay here. I don't know where you're going, but you can't stay here. Making space and room for new relationships to come in. New abundant relationships. Go check out the Leo reading. Stone cold, right? Like, stone cold. I don't know. I don't really want to do this reading. I'm good on this energy. Cautious of like indulging too much. You're just not really giving to an energy anymore. You could have indulged in something at one point, and now you're ready to cut ties with it. You're ready to move on to the next thing, the next stage, the next chapter, the next energy in your life. I don't know where you're staying, but you can't stay here. I don't know where you're going, but you can't stay here is what I'm saying, hearing, feeling, saying, something like that. So, that was a fast reading. I don't really want to get too deep into this. Two of Cups, there could be like a relationship on the horizon for you. Be really cautious of like drinking and driving or something like that, or like making bad decisions or choosing to be with bad people. Choosing the wrong decision or choosing the wrong people to invest in, or the choosing just like wrong choices, wrong actions, wrong something. I saw bedroom furniture 40% off. So you could be buying new furniture, you could be selling your furniture, something like that energy. I have to go to the next reading now. Sorry, Sag. All right, Capricorn, hello, welcome to your reading. For the card for you, we pulled was Dianism, and we pulled Hidden Enemy in reverse. Let's look and see. I have to get to my dog needs to go outside and go to the bathroom. Hold on. Vitality flows within you and everything you touch. Now is the time to embrace change, which, like a vortex, lifts you up and carries you into the unknown. Focus on what you desire and what you want to manifest. Diversity is enrichment and authenticity. By expressing these qualities, you can catalyze Dianism so that you can achieve what you dream. I gotta take my doggy out to go to the bathroom here. Okay. Happy birthday, by the way, Capricorn. Merry Christmas as well. Nine of Cups. Cancer pulled that same card. You're pulling it out in the beginning. You're content and happy, mentally, emotionally fulfilled. You could be having a good celebration with someone, with good friends, right? The Hidden Enemy card that came out in reverse. So you're around solid, good people that have your best interest and intention at heart. King of Cups, Gemini, and Virgo, I believe, pulled that card. Check out those readings, maybe. And the Two of Wands. Three of Swords is on the bottom of the deck here. So there could be like some feelings around heartbreak, some feelings around planning, making plans to do something before the heartbreak sets in. Now, there could be friends coming together, helping you throughout this feeling of heartbreak, coming to help you, coming to aid you. I do see here that there is emotions that you're trying to kind of weave your way out of. There is something today about really happy, harmonious, content situations. I feel like you're already content and happy and celebratory by yourself, but there could also be a sharing of emotions or celebratory energy with people. There is some emotion, though, that you're needing to traverse through. You could be late to a gathering or late to a situation. Two of Wands is Mars and Aries, really embodying this Martian kind of alpha energy in your life. Not really having any space or room for people that are out of alignment with your frequency and your vibration. You're looking into the world, making plans. You have set up a pretty good foundation for yourself, and you have wish fulfillment and good friendships and people supporting you through your journey or through your I would say that right now would be a really bad time for you to fall in love with someone, especially with this 3 and then the Sun card. These were both cards we pulled. We didn't pull this, but Cancer had that 5 of Pentacles come out with this card here. I would just say really focusing on yourself right now, focusing on getting yourself to a place in a space where you are not feeling like a flood is coming or feeling anything like that, right? Putting the water far away from you on the other side of the valley here, right? You're up in your castle, in your kingdom, like looking out into the world, making plans of where you're going to go next, what you're going to do next, how you want to move forward in the next stage or the next phase of your life. So that's the reading I have for you, Capricorn. I'm going to move on to Aquarius. I'll talk to you in the next reading. What's up, Aquarius? How are you doing? So the cards that we pre-pulled for you, Merry Christmas, by the way, we have event. So you could be getting ready, going to an event, okay? This could be an event in someone's home. You could be planning that. We have inspiration as well, showing up kind of as your authentic self. You could be receiving the keys to something, getting the key to unlock something. You could be receiving something, I don't know. Let's see. We do have Venus in your sign. I would say that for the astrology, Aquarius is probably the best sign to be in. You also have that Venus-Pluto conjunction in your sign. So you could be like going through really intense feelings of love, really intense feelings, transformative love, right? Transformative attraction, right? You're going through this huge transformation of yourself, but with this Venusian energy there, it's like sexual, right? It's like Pluto and Venus can create this feeling of like magnetic, sexual, like at an all-time high, right? Like the sexuality, Aquarius, that you embody, right? And you don't even have to really do anything. You don't really even have to try. It's just like this it's like this really obsessive, intense sexuality, depending on what house you have Aquarius in. I have Aquarius in my 1st house or my 12th house. So there could be something that you're walking into potentially. The things that you're moving into, the places you go, the events you're invited to, there is this sense of transformation. The Death card came out. So that is embodiment of Pluto, transformation, the dying of the old self, and the creation or the birth of the new self. King of Wands. So you're hot-headed. The Tower. Oh, perfect. And Leo had something to say about that. Now, that's not important. Bottom of the deck here, we have the 8 of Pentacles. If you were curious what it was the Queen of Cups and the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Letting go, releasing the emotion. Now, Tower, 9 of Wands, King of Wands. Try to keep something up, standing, right? You could be fighting this transformation a little bit. It doesn't really matter. You can fight it as much as you want. The transformation is here. The transformation is coming. Pluto has moved into your sign. It's a huge transformation. You will never be the same ever again, Aquarius. It's going to be a slow transformation. It's going to be a difficult transformation. You could be feeling like thrown from the top of you, right? The crown is coming off the head. Your burnt head is going, like, this is like the King of Wands is this Tower. You can see how his head is like burnt, meaning that he's a hot head. He's got this flame crown, this crown of flames, which would just be indicative of like, you didn't get your anger under control, you didn't get your emotions under control. It could have to do with a woman. A woman could be the catalyst of this change for you. The woman could be the thing that is causing this massive, massive transformation. Okay, you're healing your head. Your hot-headedness is kind of, you're coming back down to earth after a blow up, or after you're grounding yourself. It's like you're back into like you're back in reality a little bit. I'm hearing Here I Go Again on My Own by Whitesnake. Going down the only road I've ever known. You could have been too lenient with someone, like allowed them to just kind of like fucking like roll on the top of your car or something. Like, bitch, why are you don't get off the fucking car, first of all. Why are you on top of the car like that? You know what song I always listen to after that is what's it called? I think it was Shaken by Eddie Money. It's a good song. You could be listening to 80s music or something. 80s music is good. It's good vibes. Maybe that's what you need to do. Maybe you need to change your kind of music you're listening to. Stop listening to such low vibrational music. Maybe you need to listen to better music. You know? Something about your 12th house, though, there could be a huge transformation about your subconscious mind. I think I stopped pulling these oracle cards here. Sorry, they got kind of intense. What is this archetypes for Aquarius? We have the shadow monk or the nun, negative judgment of the physical world and excess piety. We have the shadow bully, conceals deep fears behind verbal or physical abuse. And the child wounded, awakens compassion and desire to serve other wounded children, opens learning path of forgiveness. We also have a damsel. Take with that what you will, Aquarius. I gotta go. Merry Christmas, Pisces. Last but not least, we have infidelity coming out for you. So, cheating, lying, brown-haired man in reverse. Infidelity, interesting. Card to come out, brown-haired man in reverse. Might need to check your bitch or something. I don't know. Sorry, that was kind of rude. Sorry, I've been doing these the 12th. I'm on the last brain cell, as they would say. Subscribe to the channel, comment down below, tell me how you like these readings. This one's going to be a quick one, and I guess we're doing reversals. Let's see. We have the Temperance card, pouring into your own cup. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Wands. There is that infidelity. I knew I was going to find it. And finally, we have the Lovers in reverse. So, Pisces. Wow. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Emperor. How phenomenal. This is giving me like a double life, a one-night stand, wife at home, one-night stand, pouring into your own cup, not getting what you need, the Fool in reverse, rush decisions, conflict, fighting, needing to remain strong, lies, deceit with that Queen of Swords. There could be multiple women even. But there's a sense of victory for this Queen of Swords in reverse. Whoever told the lie. I don't want to read these cards. These are terrible. Now, when there's a sense of infidelity that comes out, that talks about being not faithful, not honest, not truthful, lying, conniving, stealing in relationships, dishonesty, unfaithfulness. It's like when you say you're going to be with someone and only them, and then you just like don't do that. The 8 card. Like a hand making its way over a curvy body. Suspicion creeps inside the situation. You are investigating. We are not only talking about infidelity, but also backstories, secrets, lies, manipulations that can undermine the trust and clarity we have toward a certain dynamic. Use the energy of this card to shed light on what seems cryptic and hidden to you. Face reality and restore balance in relationships that someone, something, or someone is undermining. And I think that we have that out here pretty clear for us to see. Lovers in reverse with the 2 queens and then the Temperance card. Learning to like, maybe you need like better like masturbation skills, right? Like if you, instead of like cheating on your significant other, maybe you just need to like learn to masturbate better. Maybe you need to learn to like get off better. Maybe you need to find better porn or something to watch so you can be more faithful, so you can be more honest and like yeah, just like not an overall piece of shit. We have the Empress in reverse, so like not really anything new being birthed from something. Prince Charming, who's here for a good time, not a long time kind of energy. Pisces, damn, I really felt the animosity when you were reading. So take with that what you will. Maybe check out the Virgo reading. Check out your little like opposition sign. Maybe that might be helpful for you. Definitely feeling the oppositional energy in that energy there. Damn. Page of Pentacles reverse. I have to go. That's the energy that we have for Pisces. We have the Angel in reverse. We have the Mother in reverse. We have the Queen in the upright and the Messiah in reverse. So the shadow messiah is exaggerated belief that you are the only means through which a cause can succeed. Shadow messiah. We have the upright queen, radiates the regal feminine, uses her benevolent authority to protect others. We have the shadow mother, smothering or abandoning children, instilling guilt in children for becoming independent. And finally, we have the shadow angel, acting innocent or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. I'm going to leave your guys' messages there. Hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below. This was the reading for everyone, and I hope to see you guys again at the next one. Don't be a piece of shit.